Let's talk about these playoff losers. Let's see what's next for them. Now, I'll start with the Ravens since I ended with the Ravens last time. And there's Ravens fans who are getting a little restless with our guy Lamar Jackson. And oh my God, he choked in the playoffs again. And what are we going to do? We need to upgrade at quarterback. And because I'm the director of the Be Fucking For Real committee, I'm going to read to y'all the list of quarterbacks that the Baltimore Ravens have had since the 2000 Super Bowl. Jeff Blake, Chris Redman, Kyle Bowler, Anthony Wright, Troy Smith, the last 2 seasons of Steve McNair, rest in peace, and then Joe Flacco. Y'all should be pretty goddamn grateful you have Lamar Jackson on your team. Let me tell you, because he's already better than all of them. And as far as the playoff record, the same way that the media loves to use Peyton Manning as an example whenever one of these shitty white quarterbacks stole a bunch of picks in their rookie year, I'm going to use him as an example for Lamar Jackson's playoff record. Before the 2006 season where Peyton Manning finally won his first championship, in the AFC championship game that'll scar me for the rest of my life, he was 3-6, including 4 one-and-dones. Lamar Jackson is currently 2-4. And yes, that includes Sunday. Peyton Manning was 30 when he won his first Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson is 26. We can relax. We can relax. You feel me? We can calm down. Lamar Jackson got better as a pocket passer, dissector of defenses this year. He's not even fucking 30 yet. He will get better. It's his first year with Todd Monken. As angry as I was at Todd Monken in the last section of this podcast, he'll get better too. Everyone relax. They'll be better next year. However, you cannot assume that you'll be back in the conference championship. We'll set aside how stacked the AFC is for 1 second. This is a tweet from Justin Spiro, host of the Spiro Avenue show. He said, "Don't sweat it, that all-time crushing loss on the doorstep of the Super Bowl. We'll be back and finish the job next time. Sincerely, the 2007 Chargers, the 2009 Jets, the 2009 Vikings, the 2010 Jets, the 2010 Bears, the 2014 Colts, the 2015 Cardinals, the 2017 Jaguars, 2017 Vikings, the 2019 Titans, the 2020 Bills, and the 2020 Packers." I say all that to say, those teams rested on their morals and was like, we'll be back next year. Don't do it. Now we can be honest about those last offseason moves that had a lot of us hype, and the regular season confirmed some of that hype. We said, they got Lamar, all these receivers. Receiver. They got him one top flight receiver, Zay Flowers, who, for all his fuck-ups last game, he had 115 yards that game. 1 touchdown, 5 receptions, 115 yards. None of the other Ravens receiver had more than 50. So congratulations. You have a number 1 receiver. Took you forever, but you got one now. And I think they need a dude at running back. Like this Gus Edwards, this Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell, all that shit is cute. They need a guy. They need hey man, fuck the dumb shit. Give me the ball. Gus Edwards can't go to Tom Moxon and Lamar Jackson and say that. Derrick Henry can. Saquon Barkley can. Josh Jacobs can. When all else fails and we only have 3 carries going into the 4th quarter, hey, bro, fuck the dumb shit. Give me the ball. Problem with that, they only have $5.65 million in cap space this offseason. Not great. Their key free agents that they could possibly lose, there's more than 4 free agents, period, but these are the 4 important ones. Justin Madubuike on the defensive line, middle linebacker and all-pro Patrick Queen. First team all-snubbed all-pro Kevin Zeigler, and also first team all-snubbed all-pro Geno Stone. Pick 2, because 2 of them are leaving. One's getting franchise tagged, the other one you're actually going to sign to a deal. So pick 2. Whatever one of those 2 you want to keep, those are the 2 you're keeping. No way in hell you're keeping all 4. ESPN's Bill Barnwell said this on Twitter. Did the Ravens just waste the best team of the Lamar era? To which my response is, so far, yeah. They wasted the best team in Lamar's era because that's the best team he's played with so far. But it's Eric DeCosta and the rest of those people in the front office's job to make sure that that's not the case for the rest of his career. If Lamar's team around him peaks at 26 years old, that is a failure on the Ravens. That is not a failure of Lamar Jackson. But the Ravens have been a top flight organization and a model of consistency pretty much since their inception as a team. So I'm sure they'll figure it out, but boy, do they have their work cut out for them. All right, now for the Lions. Look, Dan Campbell is right. I don't care what y'all say. He's right. He's the man for the job. For you ungrateful ass Lions fans that are calling for him to get fired, how fucking dare you? Be grateful. Y'all were swimming in the realms of poverty. He was on the 0-16 team. So for y'all to say he should be fired because he didn't handle the NFC Championship correctly, how dare you? And after the game, they put out the Instagram cutout of him saying this might have been our best shot. And I want y'all to hear the full clip of what he actually said.
It's a lesson learned. And look, I told those guys, this may have been our only shot. Do I think that? No. Do I believe that? No. However, I know how hard it is to get here. I'm well aware. And it's going to be twice as hard to get back to this point next year than it was this year. That's the reality. And if we don't have the same hunger and the same work, which is a whole nother thing, once we get the offseason, then we got no shot of getting back here. I don't care how much better we get or what we add or what we draft. It's irrelevant. It's going to be tough. Everybody in our division is going to be loaded back up, and, you're not hiding from anybody anymore. Everybody's going to want a piece of you, and which is fine, which is fine. But so it's hard. You want to make the most of every opportunity, and we had an opportunity, and we just couldn't close it out. It does.
Okay, so now that we've heard everything about it, they made it seem like he said, hey guys, we're fucked. Too bad we didn't get it done this time. All right, looks like we're going to be terrible next year. That's not what he said. He kept it a buck with him. He said, hey, it's hard as shit to get up to this spot. Getting to another conference championship and then pushing it over and going to a Super Bowl is hard. Please see the aforementioned list of all those teams I just listed. But bright side, they have $61 million in cap space this offseason. And I think Brad Holmes is going to say fuck it and go for it. They have one key free agent they have to re-sign, and that's Jonah Jackson, their left guard, who unfortunately was out last game. And they were still able to move the ball and run the ball for 6 yards to carry, but we're not rehashing that right now. They also have the 29th draft pick in the draft, where it looks like a really good corner is going to fall to them at that spot. If not Teron Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry, or maybe Cooper DeJean, because apparently nobody wants him to play corner in the NFL. It's white racism. I'm telling you, white racism. White people, y'all should be furious that Cooper DeJean, they're not letting him play corner. Instead of worrying about DEI bullshit, y'all should be way more upset that Cooper DeJean is not allowed to play corner in the NFL. The place where I think they have to level up this offseason is edge rusher and corner. Aiden Hutchinson can't do this by himself. He can't be your one lone edge rusher for the rest of his days in Detroit. Come on now, give him some help. And then corners, that one's self-explanatory. Every number one receiver feasted on y'all this whole playoff run and all season long. Get him some corners. But again, I have faith in Brad Holmes, and I'm sure the Lions fans do too. So I think they'll be fine in that regard as well.